Hello everybody and welcome back to another video review here on the Jurassic Park Podcast YouTube channel. I am Brad Jost, the host of the podcast, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Coelurus, one that I think I may have finally got a grasp on how to pronounce. Coelurus? I think. So there you go. It's been one of those dinosaurs over times here with Mattel, and Mattel's been producing so many dinosaurs that there's always one in pretty much each line that I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce this. The Rhamphorhynchus is one that I finally got down. The Coelurus is one that I guess I may have down now, so I'm excited to talk about this one because it is really, really cool looking. I instantly was hesitant because of the wild coloring and because I thought it looked very interesting, and we've seen pretty much this kind of pose and style of dinosaur quite a bit here in the toy line, but when I saw this thing in person, I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I am so glad I got this. There was no reason to be hesitant, and now I need to get as many as possible because this is awesome. I love the coloring here, which we'll get into a little bit more later on. I love how it stands out in this packaging. As always, we have the Dino Rivals package here. You got the Jurassic World logo, the T-Rex in the back. You have the Dino Rivals collector's card in the back there. And, of course, everybody's favorite group of people and dinosaurs here. You got the T-Rex facing off against the Triceratops. Coelurus there in the middle with the Dino Rivals logo. And, of course, Owen. He's like all of us. He's just sitting there like, Coelurus, CeLo, is it CeLo? CeLo, Lord, CeLo, oh heck. But let's move on to the back of this one. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So, as you can see, you have the Protoceratops up there. You got the Velociraptor Delta, Dracorex, the Coelurus, and the Herrerasaurus. Why does the Herrerasaurus just have, like, 3 other languages there? But the other ones, we get it. Of course, this is a Jurassic World Facts App dinosaur, so make sure to scan that foot to add it to your collection. I am ready, guys. I want to take this thing out. I've been having this this urge to just rip this thing out from the second I got it, which was a very long time ago. And it's been sitting on my shelf waiting to be unleashed. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this collector's card. Man, this might be one of my favorite ones. I think this is really, really awesome. First off, they definitely captured the look of this dinosaur. I think the interesting comparison here is the eyeball itself. So on this one, you do have like an orangey eyeball, and on the actual toy, it is straight black. There's not really much else going on there, but the paint looks incredible. The stylized, like, vicious look that this thing has like these raptor arms looking things, and it's very, very raptor looking like dinosaur here. But certainly probably not nearly as intense of a dinosaur. As you can see below, the strength is only a 3, not very strong. The speed, this thing's pretty fast, guys. Look out. This is a 10. And the intelligence here, certainly not raptor-like. You got a 4, and then the aggression is also a 4. I feel like that image does not really display the characteristics down below, but what are you going to do? I would consider taking this into battle just because I can run away because this thing is very fast if it gets out of hand. And as always, you have the Dino Rivals logo and the Jurassic World logo. Look at it! My god, that is so cool. Such a small little creature, pretty much on par with the raptors and everything else in this scale. And it's just so bird-like. Everything about this just screams bird, from the feet to the head. It almost it kind of looks like it resembles maybe feathers even. Not to that extent, but just has that vibe to it. And of course, underneath with the neck, it's very turkey-like or bird-like. Something about this just screams bird. It looks like the evolution is right here on hand. And I can see how these are compared to birds. It looks spot on. I'm loving this thing. I think it looks pretty great. Like I was saying about the coloring, it's such a stark, like crazy color scheme with the white, which is, first off, extremely unique. Something that I just absolutely love seeing on these dinosaurs. Something I would have just assumed if you had told me that, like, hey, this dinosaur is going to be painted white. I'm like, oh, well, they definitely forgot to paint it then, right? Like, no, it just looks really cool. And yes, the claws are not painted, but how many times can we gripe about that? I guess we can keep doing it, and I of course will point it out when I can and when I remember, but it's just one of those things that continues to be unpainted. But yeah, so you got the claws unpainted, but the legs and the tail and the underside all white. Very cool looking. Even the teeth are not necessarily white, they're more of a yellow color. And then you have that pink, which is really cool. Something I never would have expected either. It looks really, really cool, and it kind of does resemble that turkey look when you have that like pink head and the pink, neck and stuff like on a turkey. This looks just like that. It's really, really cool, and I love the blue. Very Arctic feeling dinosaur, I guess you could say, or just the way it's painted and the look of it. I love this thing. I think it looks very cool. So let's take a closer look at some of these features itself. Here you can see how raised the skin pattern is there and how unique it is. It is just very, very unique. And you see there how bird-like this thing looks. I mean, it could be scales, but it also could be some sort of feathering. I think that's very cool, very unique, very interesting. And just look at it. It really does just look like a bird. Something about the head sculpt, maybe around the eyes, and how bulbous it looks with the skin pattern on there. I think it just screams bird. So I would have been certainly interested in seeing that eye maybe painted like the artwork with the orange in there, but I don't necessarily mind the black because I think it kind of gives it a very, natural animal look to it. But yeah, look at that neck too. Very cool. The paint just looks really stellar on there with this sculpting that's going on with the skin. Everything about this just looks really, really cool. I have no complaints outside of the claws and stuff not being painted, but like I said, it's pretty stereotypical on these dinosaurs nowadays, but what are you going to do, I guess? We'll keep complaining, but I don't know if anything's going to change there, but I love this thing. I think it looks very cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at this dinosaur next to some others. All right, so here we go. I wanted to pull out a few dinosaurs that had very unique color schemes because this one is so unique. So we have the Dimetrodon over there, super unique coloring. This Velociraptor, this jumping one, which has these oversized feet and weird positioning and everything. That's such an awesome color. Love the green. And then over here you have the Mesaurus, certainly something very unique as well. Love how all of these look together. I think they look super wild. If I was a kid right now, owning all of these, playing with them each and every day, I would be ecstatic. This is so, so cool. And when I was a kid, I didn't care about the fact that these claws were unpainted and, maybe the eye wasn't on the right spot and all this stuff. These just look cool. They look stylized. They look fun. That's all I really cared about as a kid, especially with jumping features like this one and just the standing ability that these things have. I think this is fantastic. And for good measure, just wanted to throw in Ellie back there so you could see the stature a little bit. She is a bit taller than both the Raptor and the Coelurus there. Actually, of everything, pretty much. So that's interesting. I guess the Raptor, if it was actually like standing up a little bit, would probably be taller. But I'm loving this thing. I think they're certainly matched up in scale, but definitely not in aggression and all that, the intelligence and all that stuff. Probably don't bring these things head-to-head in battle because it's not going to fare well for the Coelurus. Well, there you have it. That is the Coelurus. This thing is very, very cool. Love this thing. I actually have another one still in the package. I'm going to be keeping that one as well. I'll probably open that one up too. These are so cool, and I could certainly see having like a herd or a pack of these things. I think this is kind of one of the cooler items out there in Mattel's toy line for Jurassic World. I love all the natural paint jobs of a lot of the original stuff, but I am surprisingly loving the crazy takes that they're doing with a lot of these dinosaurs nowadays in the Dino Rivals stuff. I am very excited to see what comes in the future. I hope they continue this trend and, of course, add in a lot of natural stuff as well. But this is wild, it's fun, and as a kid and adult, a kid at heart, I guess you could say, I love this thing, and I would absolutely be playing with this every day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at this thing. I know it's a little bit behind here, but we're back with all these reviews and hopefully getting this stuff out to you as soon as we can. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this dinosaur. If you have it in your collection, how do you think it stacks up against the rest? Do you think it looks good in comparison to some of the more natural dinosaurs? Do you not want this in your collection ever? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and enjoy.